Let's do the thing. It is a Friday. So I only have a little bit of a thing to even do today. In the weekly sense. What music are we doing today? Nero OST, perhaps? Maybe, for now. Gotta hear Asura's Wrath, you're too good for this world. They will never make part 2, or sequel, or anything. Spin-off? No. Let's do this. Okay, let's go to the artwork. Actually, let's go to nothing. That's what I meant. Actually. Excuse me, I'm not waiting for game to capture window. I believe I am a goblin. And I deserve to be treated as such. Well, there I am. Okay. Now with the daily technical issues out of the way, hopefully, now we can move on to the real stuff. Where's this? The thumb would be on that side of the hand. But also this looks ridiculous, so... That still doesn't look quite right. I'm not even sure if I want to draw the hand here, but I figured I needed some more visual variety and character acting than just a portrait. So I'm going to try incorporating that more. But the problem with that is it makes things take longer if you're not good at figuring stuff out immediately. If we just do the old Psychra, I've never learned how to pronounce his name. I watch his YouTube channel for years. Cirque. I don't know. He has this little method where you can sort of just round out the shapes, and then you get a good idea of the volume. Even if you're just scribbling, it doesn't even have to be remotely accurate. Maybe it would be more like this. But that's kind of weird. It's like he's holding an invisible wine glass, which he's not doing. Could be doing, but not doing. He needs to be more nonchalant like this. I think we're getting somewhere. I normally don't like tracks with vocals while streaming, but I'm pretty sure even, you know, in that sense I'm usually more forgiving about lyrics that I can't understand, because it's harder, or it's easier to not focus on them, because they're not saying anything I understand. But also I'm pretty sure no one can understand these vocals, because I think they did that thing where they just make it gibberish out of Japanese syllables, if not just gibberish entirely, so these vocals are an exception to the rule, because I don't know what they're saying, so it just becomes a part of the music again. This man's forehead is too dang small. Get a bigger forehead. It's the opposite problem I seem to have. Thanks, genetics. Genetics are kind of messed up, right? We all agree on this? Like, we all hate gambling and RNG if we're, you know, sane-minded individuals, I would assume. And then that stuff is just basically pre-baked into the universe. Or at least our, you know, understanding of it for our way of life. As carbon-based life forms, we're all just... we got this thing called genetics. It's garbage. Unless you roll super good. I didn't roll particularly well. I will say I could have rolled worse. I will not, you know, take that for granted. But it's like, why do we even have RNG in the first place? I know why we have RNG. It's about survivability. But I still don't have to like it. Just like how banana crops, I believe. Sorry, they were both yellow in my mind, and that basically equates them as the same things. Banana crops, like, essentially, they're all just like clones of each other. So if one disease were to wipe out a banana species, it would do so pretty easily. Because genetically, they're like all identical. So you get one little like fungal virus through a banana patch, and it's gone. If you fail to protect it, those bananas is gone. We gotta move on to a new banana species after that. And I don't think we have too many of those. So we gotta be freaking careful, because I like bananas. You get this Monster Hunter Winds instrument out of here. I'll just play that soundtrack instead. You can't be doing that to me. If you snuck this into a Monster Hunter playlist, I wouldn't even question it. Oh yeah, this is a Monster... oh yeah, I remember this from 4 Ultimate or something. For sure, yeah. pranked you. It's a near song. And no! I'm a fake gamer now. No, it doesn't work. Just stick to the pose we got. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Some stove. Drawing some kind of AI man. What do you mean some kind of AI man? Just because he's made of lines of code and numbers doesn't mean he's an AI man. Drawn like some kind of AI man. Oh, I misread. I misinterpreted. Yeah, well, here's the difference between me and AI. I'm drawing a hand right here. Need I say more? I don't think so. As you can see, it has 5 fingers, which is more than AI could ever comprehend. So, what say you to that? That there's a hand, if I ever seen one. Maybe not Hitchhiker's thumb, though. I got that. I'm inclined to draw Hitchhiker's thumbs, because I can do that. Where you got, like, your knuckles here, and then your thumb goes up here, and then you can just move the top joint just like that. I don't know why they call it Hitchhiker's thumb, but I can do that. Like, if I was hitchhiking, that would be very inconvenient for me. Now I'm rendering this hand out too much. I gotta stop. And then I continue to do it for another 5 minutes. Stop. That's for the line art section, not this section. The thumbnailing, no. What you say? What are you saying about my mama? I didn't say nothing about your mother. Unlike Witch Hat Atelier, they hit me straight in the face with that your mother, and I didn't know how to... I had to fight or flight response to that one. Imagine you're just reading a manga in bits and pieces across Google Images and they hit you with a your mother. Am I not supposed to defend myself in this situation? Talk about mama's steak? Welcome in. Unfortunately, yes. We were talking about your mother. Punched my monitor. Your mama is so nice, I wish her all the best. Well, now the bit's weird. because I think we've gone, how long has it been? 19 minutes? Yeah, 15 of those were just railing against your mother in particular. You could check the VOD. It was weird that you actually showed up today, because we were doing that for so long. Man, I might have to unpublish this VOD with how many things we were saying about Steak's mother in particular. Railing and your mom are something I'm familiar with. Is this more correct? My mother would never. She would never affiliate with produce or food products. I mean, let's just say she's not a vegetarian. Feel bad about that, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. I do have the ability to ban you forever, so I guess it's only fair that you exercise the right to get banned every now and then, you know? This is my face as I'm doing it. Well, I guess it's gotta be done. There we go. This is canon, by the way. It's gonna be very confusing. It's gonna get real confusing real quick. The sacred cow villages, eh? Yeah, exactly. I'm innocent, why do I always get blamed for things? You just said you railed my mother. I can see it. It's not even off screen yet. This is all Stove's fault. I said nothing. I did to make you happy since Nice was making you upset. That's true, I did do that. I created that energy in the studio, and for that I am sorry. Well, I think what happened was a failure to communicate. This man, I gotta fix this. He got me, Zotan, always scheming. I'm in jail, I have to. Get busy scheming or get busy dying. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing this one. Is this loud? I'm looking. It's not. It's pretty good. Who's this lady? Oh yeah, just cut like that. Okay, wait, going back. Okay, I figured it. Go on, wait. Go on. Why'd I draw this like this? Someone... This is a bad angle and a bad thumbnail. It's just the worst of all worlds. It's so hard to turn a bad thumbnail into a good one. I can't remember. Is Steak the one with the bits? I think he does got them. I didn't realize how much. This did just sound. If you're not familiar with the username, it does sound like he's just kind of like preparing for Ramadan or something like that. Oh, okay, thank you. You're very welcome. Here I go banning steak again. Used to it, I guess. This is wrong and bad. I'll fix it later. Top of the hair is giving me issues right now. Yeah, I'm not on ours, but this looks like a fun angle. It's pretty freaking messed up what I've done here to myself. Because the neck would be like that. This tendon. I think I'm just doing it bad. You see, usually when people do stuff, they like do the volumes of the shapes and they like, you know, plan it out a little more. I have neglected to do so, and I am facing the repercussions of that. Hiya! Let me just add some volumes real quick, see if that helps anything. I don't know why she looks so jacked. I don't know what's going on. Let me try this. Head tilted up is always a nightmare. I can see that for sure. You know what's a problem with the bottom panel right here? They're all doing it. Why would I do this? Her shoulders are too wide. You need narrower shoulders. It's all that steak she's eating. Gotta ban that. Cut it out of your diet. Bam, your head's too high and big. I think I figured it out. Ah, what'd I do? Cut and paste. Don't cut and paste things. I didn't consent to that. Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, that was definitely part of the issue. Her head was gigantic. Calm the lady down. Get that shit right out of here. Okay, I am an artist. I deserve to be treated with respect. Said no one. Her shoulders look too giant. You need smaller ones, I think. I just studied how to draw delts. You'd think I would know what I'm doing. Look at much more solid, tight jack. Can't wait to see how big she can get. Alright, well, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. Wait, hold on. What did I do? Alright, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it correctly. Good lord. What an absolute unit. Jeez, freaking massive, mate. What a woman. Jesus Christ. Does she just bite into live cow? She's giant. Yeah, I don't, you know, she's supposed to not really have much of a fighting role in this chapter, but I'm thinking I might reconsider. With this new character redesign, I'm thinking it would only make sense. So anyway, yeah, this is the new character design for this lady. The buff arc, I'm here for it. She's like wearing loose robes, but she's so jacked that it doesn't even matter. Peeking right through that. Looks like a skin-tight shirt. Alright, get this out of here. Actually, you know what? I'll save it. It'll be there. Is her head still too big? Her head's still too high, I think. And not the weed kind. Can't do drug references in your story, apparently. I follow a Twitter artist, and they just started uploading their Twitter comic to Webtoons, and they had their characters smoke weed. And Webtoons was immediately like, nope. Weed isn't real as far as we're concerned. It's a devil's curse placed upon the masses. And they cut out that episode immediately. That devil's lettuce, get it out of our Christian platform. Can't you see we're preparing for Ramadan over here? Not even Christian, but you know, I'm just trying to... I'm making a point here. The Webtoons is stupid sometimes. Christian Webtoon server. It might as well be. They don't even... You know what's crazy about Webtoon? They don't even let you show nip on a dude. Like if I were to draw just a nippled dude. Banned. Immediately. It's not even like... That's not even... That ain't no thing, but they don't like it. In that sense, I assume it's for like equality reasons. Because, you know, it's either that or they only let male nipples be shown in comics and you can't show the female one. And I assume that would also create some complaints, be a point of contention for people. So that one I get, but I get more, but I still don't approve. No dude nip, what is this prison exactly? You also can't show male butt, or any butt. I don't think you could show any butt on Webtoon. Even if it's the most, like, tasteful butt ever drawn. Can't do it. I could do this. Bam. That's life in prison. Right there. So I can't have any of that. I might even be subject to the gallows at that point. I'm surprised Twitch didn't strike me down right there. Her head is still too big. I gotta just do the thing and make it the right size. That's the beauty of digital art. You can just freaking just there you go. You know, all of these rules, of course, they have their favorites. If it's an original series, they'll basically just let you draw softcore whatever, because they're paying money for that series to be made. So, a little bit of bias in my life. I'm pretty sure they allow for, you know, some gore. Pay to nip disgusting. Filthy animals. What kind of nip economy have they created for us here? Trofata noi indeed. Moitashnaya. Oh my god, they say that in this song? Oh my god. I don't know if I'm allowed to listen to this. Anyways, my dog is staring at me like she's gonna eat me. I mean, it sounds Freudian at this point. You better get out of it. But yeah, have a good one, man. I'll be here, doing whatever this is. Make this jawline softer here. Her hair is so whack, I don't know why I decided to draw it this way. Like, this just doesn't follow any rules. Like, where is this stemming from? I guess it's all just, it's just so weird. Why did I do this? It looks fine if you just cut out all of the bits that would make it not make sense logically. You just kind of obscure that by making a nebulous void where the hair comes from. So I guess it's fine as long as it works. Usually you find like a growth point and you just stem all the stuff out of it, which is what this other hair piece does. But for this part, I don't know why I did it this way. This is the theme park theme, right? Theme. This is the themes theme, right? Amusement park. That's what it's called. They're called amusement parks. The park of amusement. Why did they decide amusement park was the best moniker for those things? Like, amusement is just like mild contentment. No one ever says amused when they're like having the time of their life, and I think that's the kind of the energy you'd want if you're making an amusement park. Like, why not the dopest thing you've ever experienced park? That would probably draw in a bit more attention at the very least. If anything, people would just show up, even if they like out of spite. It's like, I'm not gonna have the time of my life. This is not the greatest thing I've ever seen. You still get their money if they're trying to disprove it. Like an amusement park, that creates no intrigue. That's nothing. Amused? I can be amused on my phone. Looking at TikTok for about, well, it takes a while. I'll be honest. I don't much care for TikTok. But I can look at some memes and be amused. I can't look at memes and have the time of my life. Some people out there can, and for, you know what? God bless them, I guess. Very rarely do memes come along and make me a happier person on that day. It's gotta be something truly hilarious. I can't even describe exactly what it would be. It's usually something that catches me entirely off guard. It's gotta be disarmingly hilarious. Unsettlingly funny. Fabric compression, too hard. Gotta do it differently. This does look strange, and I can't quite say why. Maybe I have to move this. This looks more like what I'm going for. This is just the thumbnail too, so I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. It's the problem where the more defined your thumbnail is, the easier it is to move into line art. But you're just spending so much time when you could be refining it on the line art anyway. I think I pushed the chin too far. Let's move it back. How does fabric work again? I studied this too recently. Again. And yet... I think that'll have to be good enough for now. Let's work on this one. Now I gotta figure out how to draw this beard in this perspective, and I've never done this one before, so this will be interesting. It's so geometric, it's gonna be very weird. I'm making heads too big in the thumbnail, that might be my issue. Seems to just be a consistent thing on this page. Whoops. Emil, what a poor soul of a character. Oh, good God. They're doing his sing-along. This is a lot for 2 in the afternoon. Excuse me, how long is this going on for? This goes on for a lot longer than I'm willing to sit through. That went on for like 5 minutes. Oh man. No thank you. Love the game, love the character. I even love that song when it's in the game, but isolated, I don't think I can do that right now. I don't think so. This is quite simply too much. Well, if it wasn't one child singing, it's another child singing. Sorry, just imagining this in the booth. What did they tell this child to do? What is this one? This is this one. Hey, you can't just throw English in here right at the end. That doesn't make any sense at all. I remember this from the credits theme, but you can't just throw English in there. Now I know what's being said, and I'm gonna get distracted. It is funny that the moment they start putting lyrics in these songs, I stop taking it seriously because they're talking. Is this the price I pay for my past mistakes? Is God punishing me? Seems a little on the nose for me. I preferred it when it was a bunch of gibberish. She's just a girl, guys. Just one. See, this is why I can't listen to lyrics on stream. I'll just keep it. I'm like, this is what my dad does when he overhears people talking in Walmart. Or whatever store, really. But usually Walmart, for some reason. I don't know why that really brings it out of him. Or he'll just, like, start talking as if he was responding to their conversation. I don't know why he does this bit, but he does. I just I hear the words and I have to just speak on them, as if I am somehow involved. I can't listen to words on stream. I am practicing self-restraint right now. Yeah, just keep believing. They will come to life. Dang it, I started doing it again. I didn't even realize until after I did it. It's like blacking out.
We're gonna shout it loud, even if our words seem meaningless, like I'm carrying the weight of the world. I wish that some way, somehow, that I could.
How do I make her arm here?
But the truth is that I'm only one girl. Still, we're gonna shout it loud, even if our words seem meaningless. It's like I'm carrying the weight of the world. I hope that some way, somehow.
They really just told her to write a chorus and then sing it 4 times, huh? 4 is an understatement. Sounds like I hate this song. I do like this song. Repetitive choruses, or repetitive use of a chorus, though. That is a pet peeve of mine. I believe that is the end. That was the credits theme. So, what do I do now? Hollow Knight theme, or tracks, OST. I'm willing. Ooh, I do like Hollow Knight. Oh god. I brought up robots one time yesterday, and it's showing up in my YouTube algorithm. I didn't even look up anything from it. I guess they just heard me? That's a little spooky. I'm not making it up either. I'm putting it on stream for posterity. I'm gonna prove this. There it is, right there in the top right. Freaking robots. I didn't do anything. It's just here now. YouTube's always listening, man. You can't trust them. We know everything, Zote. You go back to lurking, you algorithm. Algorithm.
That's great. Inside of you is a fashion model just waiting to throw up. Give me those eyes, big eyes, big eyes. Give me big anime eyes.
No, that's the clip that I want. I brought that up once yesterday, and now they're in there, in my hardware. One thing about Hollow Knight, though, the traversal in that game was abysmal. Like, you know, Metroid, it's a Metroidvania. Literally every time you complain about this, the Metroidvania fans are all like, excuse me, that's intentional, you're supposed to re-explore the levels, and I don't want to spend 15 minutes wandering around a map only to die in a cheap challenge room and have my only options of, you know, my only options after that being retrieve my money, Dark Souls style, without dying again. Walking across a map that has like 3 points of teleportation to skip over these vast expanses of enemies and spikes and obstacles and platforming challenges. In Metroid, I think they get away with it because the game's not particularly hard, ever. It's a Nintendo game, after all. They weren't known for being... unless it's Metroid 1, in which case, I guess that is where most of the inspiration would have come from then. But in Hollow Knight, the game's just too difficult to warrant not having easy ways to get back to certain locations. And I could handle it if it was like every once, like towards the end game, but this is a problem from like the beginning of the game. You will just get your butt handed to you, served to you on your silver platter, and then they'll just expect you to walk all the way back there for the next 15 minutes and like it. They expect you to like backtracking again, more than you would normally do in a Metroidvania. And they got people to start defending that as a design decision. I can't believe it. They're geniuses. They figured it out. They got people to like bad game design. Thank goodness the rest of Hollow Knight is good, but the traversal, that really threw me off when I was first playing it. The boss fights, though, the combat, you know, the exploration in general, when you're not dying and having to redo the same level for the next half hour. The music, the visuals, all that, 10 out of 10. Perfect. Love it. Sublime, even. I don't even use that word, but I dusted it off for this occasion. One thing I never did in Hollow Knight was there's like the boss rush, the gauntlets at the end, like the Pantheon challenges, I think they're called. Never got through all those. That was a little too hard for me. But at the very least, I didn't have to run for an hour just to get another attempt at those. I feel like the end game of Hollow Knight, after you've uncovered all of the points of traversal and ways to get around as fast as possible, I think that's when the game really shines. When you've already done a bunch of stuff and you're just cleaning it, like you're going on completion runs. I think that's where Hollow Knight was at its best for me. Even though the exploring was pretty cool. You know what else would be cool? If they released their freaking sequel that they've been teasing for about 11,000 years. It'll be out when it's out, I'm sure, but like, literally radio silence. I'm thinking what's happening is that Silksong is going to come out and then they're going to release Silksong 2 at the same time, and everyone's going to be like, whoa! These are the best developers ever! That's a pipe dream, but it's my dream. Either that or like a spin-off. They're going to release 2 games at once and everyone's going to be knocked on the floor. They're going to try to outperform Shovel Knight's level of consistency by just releasing all the cool stuff at the same time. I don't know if I like this hand pose. I'll fix it. I'll find one that I like later. I am keeping the text there, though. Don't worry. Just a little parlor trick, don't worry. That's an echo, gentlemen. Those one we have down here in Louisiana. Now this song I remember a lot. This must be where I backtracked for a million years. There's got to be why I remember this track so well. I remember this unfittingly soothing music with all these freaking spike obstacles killing me a bajillion times. Some tonal dissonance there between how I was feeling and how the game was trying to make me feel. It's like the game's equivalent of just saying, "Shh, calm down, dude," when you're just furious. It's like the worst thing it could do. Bro, you just gotta calm down, man. We just put impassable spike obstacles that look just like, you know, just possible enough to get you to waste like 4 hours attempting to get past them. And there were acid pools in that. That's what it was. There was acid all over the level that this song was in. Or the zone, rather. It's not really a level, is it? In a Metroidvania game. It's the protagonist of the game that's never going to come out. At least their theme song. You know, if Pikmin 4 never got a trailer, I would just assume that developers were doing this grand conspiracy to just announce games and never make them again. We would have had Silk Song, Pikmin 4, Metroid Prime 4, all of these games that have been announced and we have seen nothing about. Well, Pikmin recently, but you know, before then, nothing. I would just have assumed that's the new industry trend, is just promising a game and then never releasing it. I don't know what kind of financial incentive they would have to do that, but maybe it's like a marketing thing, where all they got to do is just keep themselves at the top of your mind. It's like what Coca-Cola does. Like realistically, Coca-Cola Krakatoa doesn't need to advertise anymore. But they do, so that they can stay at top of mind, because if you stop advertising, even if you're at the top of the food chain, you know, like Pepsi and Coke and stuff like that, then people are still just going to default to the guy who is still advertising, because they'll be thinking about it, they'll remember it when they're thinking of products to buy. It's that snap instant, you know, that snap second a thing, or am I just crazy? Split second, snap a second. That's not a phrase. Okay, I was looking that up. It is a permanently closed business in Nevada. Not entirely sure what it was. But yeah, it's that split second decision where you're thinking of a product, like, I want a soda. Which one do I want? And unless you're like a diehard fan, chances are you're going to default to the one that was at the top of your mind as a result of some form of advertising. Because we're all surrounded by it all the time, and they affect our thoughts subconsciously. This is what you learn when you minor in marketing and business. You just learn how insidious advertising is, and you're just like, yeah, I'll just be a graphic designer, thank you. I don't want to be the person who is in charge of commanding me, people like me, designers that is, to make these borderline insidious ad campaigns, exploitative in some cases, of the human condition. And our propensity to just impulse buy based on emotional appeals. Like how most of the products out there, they like to target an insecurity, which is messed up. They have to create a reason for you to buy their product. So they facilitate this sort of insecurity or lack, this need. They call it a need a lot when you're researching it, but that just makes it sound less bad than it really is. What they're trying to make you do is feel like you're missing something in life. Whether or not you actually are. So the moral of the story is advertising is evil, and me trying to go into graphic design was an affront to the Lord. Or is, because I haven't stopped yet. I'm still trying to get a G-dang graphic design career. A GD career. Speaking of like word acronyms, or phrase acronyms, I suppose. We were playing Overwatch, me and a couple other guys. I think it was Overwatch. It was some multiplayer game for sure, but I don't remember. And we saw them use they use DND for the phrase "do not disturb," and we were like, we have never seen anyone do that. No one says that. That's not like an LOL situation. No one, you can't just put DND for do not disturb. No one knows what that means. We had one friend who used it in World of Warcraft because it had like an actual function in that game. But if it's like just outside of that, we couldn't think of a single example where DND for do not disturb was ever used. So I don't know if this was a common thing in other pieces of software or messenger apps. But that was an acronym I was not familiar with. Is it really even an acronym? An abbreviation, I suppose. Acronym has to be a word in and of itself, I'm pretty sure. Like scuba. Dogs, don't you bark right now. They bark so much today. I should just close the window blinds. Then that would negate about 80% of that, at least. At least while I'm streaming. This shoulder is off. Head tilting up, all three of them. Why? Why would I do this? I still don't yet know the reason. God, I am so hungry. Breaking news. Zotanith has not eaten anything today. Will he make it through the stream, or will he perish from starvation? Find out more at 11. I think we've thumbnailed most of this page in a better spot now, to the place where it's, you know, at the very least identifiable for me, what I'm trying to do. Most of these, I guess we just have this one left here. And then I think we should be able to start the line art for this page. Definitely not going to finish it. I take way too long with the line art, as opposed to every other step of the process, as you can see with my thumbnailing process alone. Crystal Peak. I remember this place.
I always hated it.
There's so many lasers in that part. I think these need to be higher. Can they get much higher? So high. Her nose is so tricky to draw compared to the other styles of nose that I do. I wanted to have some facial variety, so I thought this little button nose type design would be good. Problem is, it's so different from what I normally do. It's a little tricky every time I go to do it. Also, getting the sizing is interesting, because if you make this size, this type of nose shape too big, it becomes very apparent very fast. And that's not quite what I'm going for. Oh, SARS? Decisive battle. You know what I should play for next stream's intro? I should play like a legally distinct Mission Impossible intro. The copyright-free one. So it could suit my breaking out of jail vibes. This reminded me of that. Like some kind of Mission Impossible substitute. Soul Sanctum. I knew this place. This is also one of the ones. I think this is the area that made me hate the backtracking. After dying in, I almost said Shovel Knight. Hollow Knight. Sorry, every indie game is the same thing, actually. It was this area in particular, because you had to run through this entire area, and then the area before it, just to get to the boss again. And I was like, even Dark Souls is not this annoying when it comes to running back to things that killed me. And when I die in Dark Souls, I don't have to fight my money to get it back. Which you do have to do in Hollow Knight. It will apparate as a phantom of dark energy and you have to kill it. And sometimes it floats away in the most annoying locations. I guess Dark Souls did start doing that with Bloodborne, where sometimes your blood echoes, I believe they were called, would just get picked up by an enemy, and their eyes would be glowing. So I guess even that franchise isn't in the clear entirely. But Bloodborne is very generous with its checkpoints, I would say. They're generally well paced and well placed. And very chaste as well. Chaste? One of those words is pronounced in one of those ways. Can you pronounce it both ways? If it's one of those, I hate when they do that, because then there's multiple right answers? That's not fair. I grew up in a system where, in multiple choice exams, there were so many times where you could have argued the other answer was right, but they wanted the most correct answer, and that was the only right one. I remember that always infuriated me. Pick the most correct answer. What do you mean the most correct? You're admitting that there's multiple correct answers depending on my interpretation. But we want the most correct answer, according to this board of weirdos that you never even see, who made the exam. Pretty sure that's their official title as well, the Board of Weirdos. They all wear zany, swirly glasses and ties with polka dots on them, I'm sure. Life isn't on a Scantron, Zotan. It was for a long time. From about the ages of... When did I first do a Scantron? Maybe like whenever I was in 3rd grade, 2nd grade maybe, till I was getting out of college. My life was dictated by Scantrons. Stop barking, please. Stop it. I just hope that one of these days when I ask, silently to myself in this room, about 30 feet away from them, that they hear me on a spiritual level and stop doing it. True, Scantrons were like, they absolutely were. Take one of those things like every other day, it felt like. Made me fill in my name every time. You know, my last name is so long, it was so annoying that they made me fill that in every time. What's like a good... What do they do in manga for sighing? They draw like a little muffin. And that's like a sighing thing? Nah, I don't like it. And I can't just do like a breath, because that just looks like she's blowing something. Although it does look pretty neat. It's not what I'm going for. Also, were Scantrons really only able to be filled in with a number 2 pencil, or was that just like a psyop that we all fell for? Could I have used perhaps like a number 3 pencil if I wanted to? I just roll up with a 4H or a 6B. A 6B would have been pretty hilarious to use on a Scantron. Just dust. Just graphite dust all over the entire paper. Illegible. Unable to be scanned. Do it again. Bringing in my charcoal sticks for the next exam I take. I don't even care what it's for. I'm going to take a civil service exam just to bring in charcoal sticks. Sorry, I slipped into my Sean Connery impression for a second there. I feel like I miss speaking more often. That might just be because I'm speaking more often when I'm streaming. But I noticed this when I wasn't streaming. I feel like I'm talking too fast for my own brain these days. Maybe I need to take some supplements, some brain-enhancing supplements. They make those. My mom takes them. Maybe I should take them. I'm feeling a little behind the 8 ball. Maybe it's because I don't sleep nearly as well as I should. I didn't go to sleep until about 4 a.m. today. So you know what? Maybe it's a little bit more easy to explain than I'm giving it credit for. Maybe I should just go to bed at a reasonable hour. Could be fun. Could be fun. Dude, say it's an epidemic. People are talking about opiates, drug over homelessness. Those are all like whatever compared to the epidemic that is I can't sleep at the right time. They need to make stuff for that. That's not like overdosing on NyQuil. My sleep habits are garbage. Yeah, I don't really have much of a habit at this point. It's more of an anti-sleep habit. How many YouTube videos can I watch before I pass out is usually my sleep habit. I will say the one thing I am proud of is that even though I do have these terrible anti-sleep habits, I do keep my brightness at. I even downloaded a dimmer app to lower my screen brightness even more than usual, because I know the blue light while you're not sleeping is very bad for you. So I try to minimize that as much as possible. So at the very least, I'm doing that. Exactly, minor problems compared to me being grumpy the next day. I watch garbage trash TV until I knock out. That's all. That's an alternative. Same function as watching as many YouTube videos as you can. I'm not learning anything. It's not like I'm staying up at 4 in the morning being like, alright, I'm going to watch all of these watch later videos on that playlist that I have that tell me how to do certain artistic processes and stuff. All these life skills I could learn. No. I'm usually just watching, like, Clash Royale gameplay or something. I don't know. That game's sick, by the way. And I will not take any flack for it. Not even Clash of Clans. Like the... What would you even call... Like a real-time strategy game that Clash Royale is. I've put far too much time into that game. Or Super Auto Pets. Anyone play that one? I doubt. It's free, I think. Still, it should be free still. But that's another game I put too much time into while I'm trying to sleep. You know what? At 2 hours, I'm going to play around a Super Auto Pets just because I feel like I'm going to have to set up a certain I'm gonna have to make the window, I'm gonna have to set it up in OBS, but I'm gonna play a round of Super Auto Pets in about 7 minutes, just because I need something else to do right now. I've been thumbnailing this whole time. Believe the Auto Pets should still be free. My friend was raving about it a couple of weeks ago, and for good reason. That game is goated. Pun only slightly intended, because there are goats in that game. They're kind of trash, and I would never use them, but you know. They're in there. There I go banning steak again. Actually, what's the symbol for, Oh, it's the crescent and star. I see. That's for Muslim. What is the what? Is it Hinduism? Hinduism symbol. Oh, that's far too complicated for me to draw. I can't even figure that out. It's like the number 3 and it's got a little hat on it. It's got like a circle after it. We'll just keep it the Christian bit, even though it's inaccurate, I think. I'll just have to remember to not actually draw that in the line art layer. That would be embarrassing if I just put that in the comic anyway. As you can tell, I'm not quite the theologist I should be. Don't really know much about world religions. Which I probably should, because I'm basing a significant portion of the story around this religious zealot order as antagonists, so maybe a little bit of research wouldn't hurt. I did research about the hierarchy a while ago, about like cardinals and the Pope. And the archbishops. I did that. I guess I could always do a little more research. Could always do a little more. She's way too short in this panel, or maybe he's way too tall in this panel. What does she look like from here? No, from here. Okay, so it goes like that. Okay. That makes sense. I see what I'm putting down here. I'll have what I'm having. Now, I know my friend, immediately upon seeing me boot up Super Auto Pets, will be asking me to play Super Auto Pets, so that'll be a little awkward, but I will ignore him. For I am streaming, and I can't do that. I can't just be playing with Discord people on stream. First of all, they wouldn't know, because I would never tell them that I stream. Because they are not the type of people I want in my chat. They may be my friends, but they are not... They're not one for etiquette, I don't think. I can only imagine the chaos that would ensue if my Discord friends figured out that I live stream. There's no way we're out of Hollow Knight. No, it's still going. Okay. Alright, well, I think we've thumbnailed this page out more better. So, with the last half-hour stream, I'm going to play Super Auto Pets because I am bored, and it's Friday, so... It should not take me half an hour to beat around a Super Auto Pets. Or more than half an hour, I think. So let's see what I can do here. Welcome to the first variety stream, and it's because I got bored on a Friday. Let's see if I can make this work. Whoops, I've opened so many things accidentally at once. New scene. Done. Sources. Display capture? No, it would have to be... What would it be? Does anyone know? Event list, screen capture, display capture. No, it wouldn't. Game capture, that's the one. Add a new source. Capture a specific window. Super Auto Pets. That's the one. It should be working. Man, it's a good thing I don't actually... Maybe I should have figured this out off stream. I guess we'll try again, because I added the thing and it's not working quite yet. Let's try one more. One more again. Maybe just window capture. Let's do that. Super Auto Pets. There it is. Okay. I don't know about the... I don't know why my ratio... I think my monitor is a weird size or something. You see how this looks. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. Well, it's a little weird, but maybe we'll just deal with the black at the bottom for a moment. I'll have to figure that out someday. I'm not quite sure how to get that to fit perfectly. Welcome to Super Auto Pets. I'm going to play around here. So the point of the game is that you're going to want to buy pets from the shop. You have 10 gold per turn. Each pet costs 3 gold. The items over here are food. They can buff your pets. They also cost 3. You make a team, and then every turn you end your turn, and you go up against a random team. And each pet has different abilities. I'm just going to buy a couple of these. Their abilities are not particularly important. The horse did give this guy 1 attack, though. That's what he does. Now let's see what we go up against. We're the flexible bones, by the way, versus the folded noses. What a painful expression. Oh yeah, I have fast mode turned on. Probably going to be impossible to follow, so I will just turn that off next. The ant. A very strong animal. In the early game. Seahorse. It's got good stats. We're going to buy it. We're going to put him up here. gonna buy another possum so we can level them up by combining them together, and they will get new or stronger abilities. Let me slow this down. The ant has given us buffs, because he does that when he dies. There's a magpie that just... I think it's the magpie that just died. It's a good thing Magpie's not actually in the stream right now. That would be unfortunate. Level up our possum, and when you level up pets, you get a next tier pet in your shop. So we're gonna put that dolphin. We're gonna sell the horse because I hate him. Buy a couple moths. They give the frontmost friend big attack bonuses. Let's see what goes on here. They have an elephant and a camel, so we will be losing, I think. Unless the moth comes in clutch. Ooh, I think we're winning this round, actually, because of moth strats. We're actually just goated with it, I think. What are we, undefeated right now? We're kind of legends at the moment. This is a magpie, by the way. Very good thing he didn't have to witness that. Try to get another level up on our seahorse here. Salamander is pretty good, but I think it's a little late for Salamander. Classic Moth player. Moth is a valid strategy. We'll just roll for some more moths. Put him back here. Put you up here. And then on the next, or I swear, next update, they better buff Raccoon. Raccoon does not need a buff. He steals your equipment. No, don't kill my ant. You would, you heathens. Running a badger in the current meta is a very bold strategy. And stealing equipment in this game is nasty. Alright, let's get our level up. Boing, we got a slug. Now, slug can work in this game. And we do have a level 2 possum, so I will just put this out here. I think we can roll now. We got a seahorse. Let's see what we get. Let's seahorse what we get. We'll do this, and we'll sell the ant, I think. We'll do this. Actually, we can put you here, but you might get sniped. Actually, you don't have the least amount of HP, which is what the dolphin does. He snipes. He does 3 damage to the pet with the lowest health. So if the other team had a dolphin, that could have been bad, but I think we're good in this position. The penguin just gives free stats to your level 2 pets that you got, so it's very good. Boing. I still don't know if we win this one. Wait. We do. We totally do. How many wins we on? We're on 4 wins now. We can make it if we try. Giraffe also another scaling unit. Maybe, maybe. Certainly better than this guy. We'll buff this moth here a little bit more. We'll take a second giraffe. Just playing match the animals at this point. Very jingling keys in front of a toddler-esque gameplay here. It's looking a little rough, but we got through their big salamander, and I think we're gonna do it. Very easy game. Do we buy another moth? Screw it, I'm a moth player now. Got way more dramatic than I was ready for right there. 3 scaling units. Some would call this dumb, and they would probably be right. But it's all I have. Are you calling chat toddlers? I'm calling me a toddler, man. I've put hundreds of hours into this game, probably not even joking at this point. I am for sure the toddler in this scenario. We're gonna lose this one, I believe. Alright, we'll buff this. A lion! Now, a lion is good. A lion is very good. But what do we sell? We could sell Seahorse by the seashore. And we could make the moth buff itself and put this behind. We don't have any other tier 5s. The lion, when it's the only tier 5, or the highest tier pet you have, then he gets double, or basically 50% of his stats. So that's good. We'll just buy a lettuce. Do that. Look at all these stats we're getting. Leech Camel, oh my god, what are you, a loser? Freaking Leech Camel players out here. That's the meta for this week, and it's very obvious. We win these? Crazy. Chocolat. I think we should get closer to leveling up the lion, though, personally. What is that, snake? The snake, for every time your pet attacks in front of it, it'll shoot. Oh, the leech. Yeah, the leech. You can. I'll leave the effect up here. When you end your turn in the shop, it'll deal 1 damage to the pet in front of it. And when you deal damage to the camel, it'll basically give him a ton of stats. As you can see, he's a very jacked leech. I just got owned by a leech camel build right there. So I'm very upset. Borderline inconsolable at this point. Hopefully my lion can get huge enough to make a difference, but I don't know. It's looking a little rough here. We do got a 28-28 lion, though, and it looks like that he will be the difference maker. I still think we break through. We do. Okay, now things get serious. This is a snake, by the way. This is what I was talking about. There is a snake, but is not a leech. Look at this monkey. Look at the gorilla. I wish I had room for you in my team, but I don't. Alright, we're popping off. We're getting stats like nobody's business. Never mind, it's Leech Camel. Everyone pack it in. We're getting destroyed this turn. If I had one more attack, we might have won. Leech Camel players, man, you deserve nothing. You deserve. His name is Uncle Cluck. Let's see here. Look at all this chocolate. Too little, too late. It gives you free XP to your pets. Not free, it does cost money. My lion is bigger than yours. You fool. Bigger lion, better person. Oh, you know what we could do? Do we want to? Could sell this and do this. And then we can make sure that this Stegosaurus does not overlap with our lion. Because he's given food perks to a random, or he's given stats to an enemy or to a friend without a food perk. So it could be any of these. Which means maybe you should be up here. No, you should. Yeah. Tricky. Very tricky here. We'll see what happens. Run it. We're on our last life. We're almost down and out here. It's not a Leech Camel Blair, but I bought the Stegosaurus. And I forgot I can't do that, so we'll see what happens. We're still going through, though. Is that a gameplay stream I see just for a bit? Submask. I need to get rid of the Stegosaurus ASAP. It was a horrible idea. I recognize that now. It is a terrible idea what I've done. Buy this. We'll freeze the armadillo just in case we need him. It's looking like we'll need him. One more roll. These are all bad. You know what? We'll do this. And then we'll buy you. Because we can't have anything higher than a tier 5. That's against the rules, against the law. Alright, I guess we just see what happens. One win, one loss. Coin flip. Don't be Leech Camel, I swear to God. Oh no, it's already a fully stacked Leech regardless. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Don't snipe me. Oh, thank God. I don't think we're doing it, boys. Wait. Can it be done? Oh my God, we did it. On the last attack of the last life, we managed to do it. Yeah, that's basically how the greatest players of all time do it. Yeah, I was thinking... I wasn't even worried, actually. I just gotta wring out my shirt for an unrelated reason. Hold on. And you get points after you win. You get cosmic. I got Wizard School. That's dope. So yeah, that's Super Auto Pets. I won. I'm so handsome and talented. Ugh. What do you mean, what? You sound surprised. You need to hit up NRG to see if they'll sign you for Auto Pets? Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. There is actually a hard mode now, but I have not played yet. But maybe I'll do that next stream at the end for some reason. But yeah, what a fun game that is. I have put so many hours into it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Sorry you just got in, Mask, but yeah. It is about that time. Thank you all again. Stop. Next stream on Monday, as per usual. I do stuff on the weekends. Very important business stuff like sleeping more than I usually do. Yeah, I know, yeah. It was a gameplay stream and everything. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later for more stuff, whatever it is. And bye-bye. Have a good one.